Thanks very much, Nick. F2 Midget Feature, Corbin Anderson off the front row with Leighton Kendall. Then it's going to be Bryn Jackson in the 47 out of 3 with Bo Paget in the 37 out of 4. Sam Committee in the 9A starting out of 5 with Lindsay Gate in the 27A out of 6. Then it's Kenny Roberts in the 19 out of 7 with Devon George in the 22 out of 8. Troy Jeffries in the 94 starting out of 9 with Tyler Brown in the 96 out of 10. Then it's Darryl Webster in the 83 out of 11 with Josh Matthews in the 8 out of 12. Matt Heim in the 23 starting out of 13 with Bruce James in the 17 out of 14. Then it's Carlos Stone in the 73 out of 15 with Adam Davis out of 16. Michael Robertson out of 17 in the 55A2 and Jared Robertson in the 18 out of 18. Matty Jones in the 82 starting out of 19, whilst Michael Stock in the 81 out of 20. And rounding out our field will be the 73A of Blake Allison. So unfortunately for Blake, it doesn't look like he will be taking the green here, not currently out on track here. So unfortunately after that heavy contact in the last F2, Jamie.
Who do I pick?
No, you're okay. You're Bo Paget. So you're running out of 4. Just quickly, Nick Brown, did you pick a winner for the F2s, mate?
Yeah, I think you'll find I picked 81 there. I think you'll find
Kendall.
Leighton Kendall was the one and I made that call way early.
Okay, and I'm going to pick my gun driver, Corbin Anderson, purely because he's one of my faster drivers, and he's on pole, and it's a good-looking car, and I'm all for winners. Boom.
We'll see how this one shakes out. You watch Kendall, he'll start and he'll go very, very well.
So once again, I have Jamie McCarthy joining me up here in the commentary booth for all our MP54 features. And first one of these features is going to be the F2. So Jamie's made his pick, and plenty of action already here tonight, Jamie. And I don't think this is going to be any different, mate.
No, we're just trying to get the sprint car feature grid sorted out, so I've got that lined up for the next one, but we've got A2 first.
So Corbin Anderson off the front row with Leighton Kendall in the Terminator race cars, number 81. Can Corbin get the jump across the chalk? We're about to find out for 15 laps for the F2 feature at Western Springs Speedway.
This is going to be interesting over the first few laps, just jostling for position and getting that position early as Anderson gets out in front. 27 already trying to work the high line, actually nearly bites down here into 3. We haven't seen that so far tonight.
We certainly haven't, but the battle at the front, Corbin Anderson, Leighton Kendall, two of the gun drivers of the F2 category, and we've got Matt Heim and Tyler Brown down and getting caught up down at minus turn number 2, but so far, clean racing.
Yeah, well, the 94 just ran up over the back of Roberts, mid-pack. Roberts just before that, a couple of corners, he ran up over the back of someone as well. He's back in there in about the 7th position. It is still Anderson, Kendall, and then back to Paget, first, second, and third, with lots of laps left to go here at Western Springs.
But this battle on track, the one on screen that we're following, Jamie, the one with Sam Committee and the 27 and Lindsay Gate. That's the battle for 4th and 5th on track. Lindsay Gate, the only driver on track at the moment, choosing to run that high line.
Bryn Jackson's just ahead of them in the 47, so that's the battle group for 4th, 5th, and 6th. And they're side-by-side Committee and the 27 on the top side of Lindsay Gate. So that's a great battle to watch at the moment as the 47 Jackson Roller machine got a little bit out of shape down here on the pit straight.
That's right, Lindsay Gate is still persevering with that high line on Committee, but at the moment Kenny Roberts and Lindsay Gate are the only two running right up on that cushion.
5 laps down, 10 to go, and a good opening green flag sequence. If it goes yellow in the next lap, that is my commentary. Curses, the 47 got out of shape. It nearly happened. Lost drive out of 4, and Committee went by up into the 4th position. So that puts Bryn Jackson back to the 6th position with 27 Lindsay Gate picking up a spot as well as he continues to run high.
And Corbin Anderson has an absolute measure over Leighton Kendall at this point in time. Both the two drivers, Corbin and Kendall, have a measure over Bo Paget, currently running in 3rd. So we keep an eye on the Garrett turbochargers, All-Tech, number 69 with 7 laps to run.
Anderson's doing a great job. He's got that left front hooked up over the pole line through 1 and 2, and at the moment, Kendall just has nothing for him. And back in 3rd, Paget, he has nothing for the leading 2 and is now getting chased down by the 9 of Committee. But Corbin Anderson, take nothing away from him. He's really doing a beautiful driving job out there in front.
He certainly is, and the only driver that's actually trying anything special at the moment is Kenny Roberts, and he gets right up against the walls. We've got the 18 around down at Penrite, turn number 3.
Jared Robinson brings on the yellows. That is our first yellow in this 15-lap feature.
And as we say, Jamie, yellows bring more yellows.
Typically they do. Typically they do.
Nature of the beast.
Yeah. So that's going to help Hyam. Patchett, in the 37. So Corbin Anderson really doing a great job out in front. Really impressive with that car with the Garrett Turbochargers sponsorship on the side.
Yeah, so this certainly helps Bo Padgett, Sam Cometti and Lindsay Gaynor. Brings them back into the picture to have a stab at these front two.
There was only a couple that were really sort of trying to run that high line. One was Gate in the 27, the other one was Roberts in the BNT 19. But Roberts was probably a little bit too high, especially in 1 and 2. It was actually costing him time. He's pulled up alongside the
83, Darryl Webster.
Darryl Webster, so they're disputing that restart position. Is it 80? No, it's the 94.
No, it's Troy
actually.
Jeffries.
Troy Jeffries. So they'll be on the race seat, but trying to get that race order back out. No, they've got that sorted as they go back to the double
They're
file
all being
restarts.
very well behaved.
It's that double file restart that I can't get used to.
No, so it looks like that debate is with Kenny Roberts and Bryn Jackson's in there with Jeffries, but lights are out and we're about to turn them loose once again. So lights are out once again. Corbin Anderson, Leighton Kendall on our restart here for the MP54 F2 feature. All drivers ducking down to the bowl line. Darryl Webster losing out on that one. So Bo Padgett sneaks up the racetrack and leaves the door open for Sam Cometti. They're bumping. Cometti's into the wall. Bo Padgett almost goes around.
Yeah, and the 27's going to try and go the high side. So there was a couple of points of contact there. Off the turn and on the wall is up against the fence. There's one of the cars further back.
That's Madison Jones in the 82, and we've got one around. And it's Kenny Roberts, Darryl Webster. And it looks like Carlos Stone was caught up in that.
Who else was out there too? Yeah, Carlos Stone in the 73. Just saw the flash of orange coming off the wall. And Ellie, you picked it. Yellows breed yellows. Here's the replay. Don't know what triggered it off, but certainly Roberts had gone around first, whether there was contact first, but everything sort of happened after that with little place to go.
Almost looks like they were playing a little bit of chicken, the fact that they saw Roberts go around and they anticipated it and almost drove themselves into the incident themselves.
So where Roberts was, it almost, there might have been, let's have a look here. So Roberts was up against the fence. No, actually I'm looking at the car ahead, so it was contact.
So it was Devon George in there with Kenny Roberts.
22, so there was definitely contact to trigger that off. I was actually looking at the other half a car up ahead of that, so it happened further back. And the guys in behind on the bottom and then the top, you sort of get into the top and you got nowhere to go and just slid up into each other.
Kenny's got a restart in the HLR Super Shops Academy GT Radials number 19, and as we highlighted, great to see Kenny back behind the wheel. Great young racer, and I tell you what, he's not afraid to run up by the wall. He's a fierce young racer.
So what I was about to say before that previous restart is Kendall really needed to get the job done off the restart and force the issue to try and get down into one up the inside of Anderson, but Anderson got such a great restart. He controlled everything out in front. Cometti picked the pocket of the 37 of Patchett to get into third. They actually made contact a couple of times off that last restart, which ended up with Cometti actually tagging the pit straight fence with the right rear.
Yep, that's exactly right. And there's no love lost with some of these front-running drivers that they run wheel to wheel, week in, week out. And given that there's only 4 events here at Luxor Western Spring Speedway for the F2s this season, they've all got a point to prove. So lights are out once again at Lucas Oil Western Spring Speedway. Corbin Anderson, Leighton Kendall is our front row on the restart. All drivers choosing to try and jump to the pole line. Sam Cometti feeds the right rear to Bo Padgett. And they're jostling down into 1 and 2. We've got one around, that's Matt Hyam.
Matt Hyam in the high Q23 and one over.
And that looks like it was the 83 and Darryl Webster caught up in that, and that was the car that went up and over there, Jamie. So
I think it's Darryl's first night back for a little while.
What do we say? Yellows bring more yellows. And it looks like Madison Jones with a flat right rear.
So off that last restart, Committee was parked on the back bumper of the car in front of him, which was Anderson, and did not get the best of restarts at all, and everyone sort of slid up the inside of him to get down into one, and then it all was happening again behind them.
And the checkered flag is out and the race has been declared as we see a replay on screen of Matty Heim and Devon George getting together on the high Q components, number 23. Just out of shot there with the streak of Darryl Webster going up and over. But congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Your feature winner here for the MP54 for the F2s goes to this man on screen, Corbin Anderson.
Don't shoot him.
So confirming those results, Corbin Anderson taking the feature win from Leighton Kendall. Sam Committee brings home third.
Yeah.
Lindsay Gate fourth. Bo Badger fifth. And Bryn Jackson rounds out our top six. Graham Standring, you're down there with Corbin.
Corbin's just unrobing, so good job, Corbin. You've been driving both this and the sprint car tonight, but certainly the F2 feature, you had that under control.
Yeah, the restarts were getting to me at the end, but it was a good night overall, and it's a massive credit to the whole team because of that. From everything's important, and it's all everything we do at home. So massive thanks to the whole team for that. Hans, Carl, Dad, Scott, Connor, all them. Yeah, it's massive effort with both cars, obviously. So thanks to sprint car crew as well. It's massive.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Corbin Anderson, winner of the F2 Midget Car feature.